I've always been involved in adult sports programs. It was basketball, really. From the very beginning, I liked it, you know, and it wasn't a sport where you jeopardized your body and got beat up. Back in 1953, when I came home from Korea, I was afflicted with spinal tuberculosis. And I spent maybe 4 or 5 years trying to recoup from that. And so from that point on, I felt that, hey, I'm going to continue this rehab on my own. And so ever since that time, I've really, really tried to focus on fitness. For the last maybe 15 years, I've been playing with this one particular team. That was the Virginia Creepers. I sort of gravitated to this team. What happened is that as you get older, people drop out, and sometimes you're looking to play with another team, so you call somebody up and say, hey, our team broke up, and would you need somebody? And that's how we got started. We play in tournaments from here to New York to New Jersey, Utah, and you play within your own age group in the categories of every 5 years. You would think that a 5-year difference wouldn't mean an awful lot, but it does. We've been pretty dominant in the state of Virginia. We must have won in the last 10 years, we must have won at least seven times the gold medal. So that's a pretty good record. And many times when we go to these tournaments, we're put in a bracket where some of the teams are younger than we are. And we all travel together, we live together, we eat together, we go to breakfast, those kinds of things, and it really draws us closer together, not just as basketball players, but as friends. Well, I think our best year was 2007, and that's when we came in 3rd place in the nation. We beat some of the best teams in the country, although we didn't win the championship. But that was a very solid team. You have to really stay at it and be dedicated, and you have to be self-motivated to do it. I had always thought that I was taking care of myself. It emboldened me to believe that, hey, I'm okay. I had no idea. I had no idea. This is a strange little story because I had gone to the hospital to see a friend of mine. So when I got to the hospital, I found out that they had moved him to a rehab hospital, and I had no reason to be there then. I said, well, I'll go home. But as I started to go out the door, a pain went down my arm. And I said, hey, this is a strange situation. Let me go to the emergency ward and have them investigate this. So that's what happened. I went there, and they gave me an EKG, and they told me, said, Mr. Green, we can't determine anything definitely, but we'd like for you to stay overnight. And I told them, well, could I leave and come back tomorrow, because I promised my wife I was going to take her to dinner. And they said, no, Mr. Green, if you leave, we will not be responsible for what might happen. So the light bulb went on to me that this was more serious than what they were actually telling me. By that time, my wife and everyone was notified. My children and grandchildren were all at the hospital. And my surgeon comes in, and he introduces himself, and he says, "I'm Dr. Yoon, and I'm the best heart surgeon in the world." Now, I've always believed myself as being a spiritual person. And the first thing that came to my mind is God has given me a message that everything is okay. I've sent you the best doctor that is available.
You need a blood pressure? How hard are you working? 13?
I'm working hard, I'll tell you that.
Come toward me.
Yeah.
Dawn has what we call several risk factors for cardiac disease. He does have diabetes, and he had high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And those are three pretty significant risk factors. And as men get older, they're more at risk for heart disease. So when he went into surgery, he had several things that were a potential problem. But I think the thing that it's important to remember is that the fact that he was so physically fit helped him to tolerate his surgery and do so much better through the process. He was very physically fit, and he got prompt care, and so together those things made the procedure go very well.
Yes.
Can you give me your numbers?
On what?
How hard was the new step?
Oh, it's 11.
And how many watts did you do today?
91.
Nice job. Increased over the last time.
Well, the lessons I've learned is that I've got to be very diligent about not just taking care of myself in terms of exercise and that, but to watch my diet, watch what I eat. You can be pretty sure that I will be preaching the story of taking care of your diet and making sure that your cholesterol and your blood vessels and all these things associated with that. In this whole ordeal, I don't think I could have made it without my wife. She has truly been a soldier and a soulmate for me. I just can't thank her enough. It's going to be a continuation of what I've been doing. As a matter of fact, we're already putting together our 80 team. 3 of us will be 80 next year, which will be playing in Cleveland, Ohio, in 2013. So we really take it serious, We know every guy that's going to be 80 years old in the region.